Hey River, this is Andrea, your piano teacher at the Sarah School. I'm just sending you a little video shout out, and we got your request for learning more about reading piano sheet music, and so I thought I'd make a little tutorial for you and for anyone else who plays piano but wants to learn how to read music. Okay, so let's take a look over here. I made this page for you, so if you can take a screenshot of this so that you can look at it when you're offline. This has most of the information in one spot. So basically, I have two rules for how to read sheet music. Rule number one is follow the ball, and rule number two is the fancier the faster. So rule number one, which is follow the ball, means every note has a little circle. The circle might be filled in, it might not be filled in, whatever. But if you look at where the circle is on this little chart here, it tells you what note to play. So every note that is higher than here is higher than middle C. That's what this means. Treble clef, play notes higher than middle C. Every note that is lower than here, bass clef, means play notes that are lower than middle C. And that little line in between means that that's middle C. This one's middle C and that one's middle C. So they're both this note here. They're both the same note. And so if I look here, and I'm using my right hand, if I start on the C, that's that little line, and then that space under is D. And then now we get into the lines of the treble clef. The first one is E, and then if I skip to the next line, it's G. Then the next line is B. Then the next line is D, and then the top line is F. So that's where that phrase that you've heard, every good boy deserves fudge, or every good bee deserves flowers. It's kind of hard to do that while I'm holding the phone. Okay, anyway, so that is treble clef. Now let's look at bass clef. So in left hand, you're starting at middle C, and then you go down in the alphabet as you go down in the piano. C, B, A, G, F, D, E, D, C, then B, A. And then if you look here, you've got that bottom space. It goes space, line, space, line, space, line. That's where you get phrases like all cows eat grass. So each of those spaces, A, C, E, and G. So that's what follow the ball means. It means where the ball is, those are the notes that you play. Treble clef means above middle C. Bass clef means below middle C. And this, you just have to like get that screenshot and memorize it. So come up with any tricks that you want, but you're gonna have to spend a fair amount of time trying to memorize which note's which. The next rule, the fancier the faster, means that, so if we go in here, this type of note here is not fancy at all. It's just a circle. It's not filled in. There's no flag, anything like that. And that one's a whole note, slowest one, 4 beats, takes forever to play. And then we get faster and faster as we get fancier, right? So we've got the stem, and then we've got it filled in, and then we've got a little flag, and then, oh, I made this wrong. That should only have one little flag like that. And then it gets faster and faster. And so you could spend a lot of time thinking about this, but the main thing I want you to learn first is the follow the ball. And I want to apply it to a song that you might want to learn. This is a Mozart song that you've probably heard before. What we're going to do is focus on the left hand part here. So as you can see, we actually start using treble clef. So that means we have to play notes that are higher than middle C. Oh yeah, and that's, if you see little numbers here, this is what I put in the corner here. Little numbers are telling you which fingers to play with. So this is telling you you're gonna start with left hand finger 5, and that tells you where your hand's gonna go. So if I look back at my music, I can see that my left hand finger 5 is gonna go on middle C. So I play C, and then I have to go up to the second line, every good, that's gonna be a G, and then bottom line is E, and then back to one we've already played, G. So see what I'm doing? Oh, and then I have a 4, so that's my cue. That's to use finger 4. And then back to what I've already played. And now it changes, so I'm gonna have to stretch out of that position, and I put my left hand finger 1 up on this A, and now it tells me to use finger 2 on F, back to what we did at the beginning. Now we're gonna go one down from middle C, but instead of switching to bass clef, all I have to do is stretch my finger 5 down just below middle C and come back to the G, D, G, and the last 4 notes are the first ones we did. Okay, so now I'm gonna show my hand so you can see that whole line, playing with left hand here. And now I want you to follow along reading the music. I'll do the exact same thing. Okay, I'm gonna show this one more time in case you haven't taken a screenshot yet. And so you're gonna memorize those notes and just send us another email when you're ready for something new. Okay, thanks, bye.